Do you have an older GoPro like the 7, 6, or 5, maybe even the 8, and you don't want to upgrade, but you really would like to have that screen on the front? Well, I might have a solution for you. So let's check this out. Hey, it's Sean from Sean's DIY and Reviews. On this channel, I do DIY around the house type of projects, as well as electronics reviews. And in this one, I'm working on a GoPro product. So this here is see if you can see this, it's a little mirror basically that will mount underneath your GoPro and allow you to have a screen so you can do selfies. And it's clearly a product from China, and you know, they're the specs and so on. I'll link a link in the description below where you can find this. But let's open it up and take a look and see what it actually is and what it looks like. So inside there's a piece of foam, and then you have a simple mirror here with a little mount. So pull this guy out, and it essentially has a mount on the bottom like your typical GoPro mount right there. And then here it has another mount up here where you can mount the GoPro on top of. Another cool thing about this is that if you flip it around the back, it has a little spot to put your little microphone holder, which is really, really cool. I have to say that's good. And then over here you have two little cold tree mounts, one on this side and one on this side. So considering getting those things for the price, I think as long as I can look at this and be able to record myself, I think I got a winner on my hands. So basically you just put this right in here, mount that up there, and then right in front you have your little mirror. So theoretically, that's what you're gonna have, right? You're gonna be able to look at this mirror and see your GoPro. So I'm gonna peel the little sticker off of this. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna basically mount this up and put the mirror right in front of me and use this as my framing. And I'm gonna show you the video of what that looks like. So what my goal here to do is to simply set this up so that my face is in the frame. As you can see from here, the angle you're seeing, it looks like my face is in the frame. But when I'm looking at this directly, I don't see it in the frame. So I'm gonna move this upward to where my head is at the top of this mirror, and I'm gonna see what happens. That's probably the better angle for you to see. So I'm gonna see what happens when I simply get my head into the bottom of that mirror and then record. So I'm just gonna simply do this. Okay, so I set up the GoPro and so that my shot is on linear, and I set it so that my top of my head is right at the top of the mirror. So this way I can tell whether or not this shot is keeping my head in and keeping me where I wanna be. Are you seeing, so that's the question, is are we seeing my head pretty much with not too much room at the top on the GoPro, or is there a lot of headroom? So on the mirror, I'm seeing my head just about at the top of the mirror, and on the video, we're seeing that my head is further down from it. So from what I can see, I'm basically able to move my head almost to the point where my eyes are at the top of this and still have headroom. So I think if you adjust accordingly, you're probably okay. But I would like to see the ability to tilt the camera further down so that I can put my head right at the top of this mirror and be able to have the exact same view that I'm seeing on the mirror show up in the GoPro. But it doesn't seem to be that that's the case. So right now I'm moving in to where in the mirror, I can only see my mouth and just barely my nose, but you're probably seeing the entire picture. Okay, so after putting this mirror through its paces, I would say the mirror itself will allow you to get a sense of framing yourself up, but it doesn't actually give you an accurate representation of what the GoPro is gonna show you. I have the Hero 7 and I have it on linear, which is kind of the tightest that you can get. So I think this mirror will do fine if you want to just make sure that you're actually in the shot, but it's not going to give you an accurate sense of where you are in the shot. So if you're looking at this screen and trying to say, okay, here's how I'm framed up on the screen, that's not going to be the same result you're going to get on the actual GoPro. You almost have to cut your head off if you want to have smaller headroom above the top. In my picture right now, I'm out of the frame. So in conclusion, for 10 bucks or less, I don't think you can go wrong with this. Now, like I say, the picture you're going to see in here will kind of show you that, you know, somewhat of what the frame looks like, but you're going to have a lot more headroom than you're actually seeing on this mirror. So because the GoPro's up higher and it doesn't seem that you can tilt the GoPro above the mirror down further, that the actual framing of the shot that you're seeing in the mirror is not going to be the framing of the shot that you see in the results of the GoPro footage. Considering that it has these two cold shoe mounts and it has a place to put your microphone adapter on here, that along with the camera, I mean, you can't go wrong for $8. So it gives you a relative idea, and you can always move it and change it in post. With that said, is it something that you would pay $10 for or less? I'm not going to complain about it, although I would not say it was exactly what I expected it to be. So thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate it if you subscribe, give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Thanks so much.